The Biden campaign is coming out swinging, pushing back to quiet the noise. But the next several days could be critical. After his debate performance in Atlanta just 9 days ago, a defiant President Biden sat down for his first exclusive interview since his face-off with Donald Trump. And on the campaign trail, he's made it clear he is not stepping aside and plans to win the 2024 election.
Well, let me say this as clearly as I can. I'm staying in the race. I'll beat Donald Trump.
And despite that strong statement from Biden, the pressure campaign within his own party to get him to step aside seems to be gaining some steam. Congresswoman Angie Craig of Minnesota is now the 5th House Democrat to call on President Biden to leave the race, saying it's time for, quote, a new generation of leaders. Tomorrow, House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries will lead a virtual meeting with Democratic committee ranking members, with the focal point being concerns over Biden's electability. Meanwhile, Senator Mark Warner of Virginia is currently working to organize a group of Democratic senators to discuss a path forward. Nevertheless, Biden remains steadfast in his belief that he is, once again, the right candidate to defeat the twice-impeached, quadruple-indicted, convicted for 34 felonies ex-president. Here's what he had to say yesterday in that exclusive interview with ABC News anchor George Stephanopoulos.
Have you convinced yourself that only you can defeat him?
I convinced myself of two things. I'm the most qualified person to beat him, and I know how to get things done.
If you can be convinced that you cannot defeat Donald Trump, will you stand down?
It depends if the Lord Almighty comes down and tells me that, I might do that.
Joining me now is Congresswoman Nikema Williams of Georgia. She's also the chair of the Georgia Democratic Party. Congresswoman, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate your time. First, I wanted to get your reaction to President Biden's interview last night on ABC and his response to all the criticism and the speculation surrounding his ability to win this November.
So, Katie, what I heard in the interview was the president who has a record to run on. President Biden went before the American people in the sit-down interview, and he defended his record, and he talked about the transformational policies that have been enacted over the past 3.5 years. I am here at the Essence Festival in New Orleans with thousands of Black women from across the country. And you know what I'm hearing, Katie? They appreciate the $16 billion that have been invested in HBCUs over the past 3.5 years. They appreciate that Black businesses have grown exponentially over the past 3.5 years. And then we have an alternative. We have someone else on the ballot, twice impeached, 34 felony convictions, who has bragged about overturning Roe v. Wade. So, Katie, it is clear to me before the debate, after the debate, during the debate, and after the interview that our choice and our work is clear here. We must defeat Donald Trump in November. I am keeping my eyes on the prize. That is the goal, and that's what we're going to do.
Biden or bust. So as I mentioned, though, at the beginning, some Democratic lawmakers have called on President Biden to step aside. But you are a congresswoman. Tell me, what are you hearing from your colleagues?
I mean, what I'm hearing is ultimately everyone wants the same thing, Katie. We know that we have to defeat Donald Trump. And no one has a crystal ball to determine what is going to happen in an hour, let alone in November. And so what I do know is that voters understand when policies impact their everyday lives. And President Biden has implemented transformational policies across this country, not for Democratic voters, not for Republican voters, but for everyone in this country. And that's what voters care about most. So my colleagues, they're hearing from people, I'm hearing from people, but at the end of the day, we have a snapshot from polls that have come out in the last 9 days, but we also know that voters have the final say. I represent a deep blue district in a periwinkle state. I fully understand that every vote counts. We have to take our story to the voters because ultimately that's who has the final say, the American voters.
I want to play for you a clip of Senator John Fetterman on MSNBC last night. Take a quick listen.
Donald Trump is back here. And you know what do Democrats do? We panic and piss our pants, after a bad debate. And after 34 convictions, felonies, the Republicans show up and they dress like him and they go all in on Trump. Maybe we could learn something here and just, hey, stand by our president through this.
You know, Congresswoman, I've been saying this for a while now. Maybe it's time for the Democrats to take a page out of the GOP playbook. They've circled the wagons around the 34 felony convicted, twice impeached, quadruple indicted, liable for sexual abuse nominee. Why are Democrats, though, focusing on only one debate performance instead of really amplifying the successes of that first administration for Joe Biden, and to see and to emphasize the importance on Donald Trump, who is such an existential threat to American democracy?
So, Katie, this has become the media narrative for the past 9 days, and that's what people are responding to. And we all saw the debate. So I am not going to pretend that we had a great night on last Thursday. But what I know is that we have 3.5 years of progress that we need to continue to build upon. And the only way to do that is to elect President Joe Biden and send him a Democratic Congress so that we can finish the job. We need to codify Roe v. Wade so that our freedoms are protected. We need to get the John Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act passed so that we can protect the right to vote for people all over this country. And there is only one way to do that, and that is to make sure that we defeat Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a threat and a danger to our democracy, and so we must remain committed and clear. Some of my colleagues are moving in a different direction, but ultimately our goals are the same: defeating Donald Trump. I am in a battleground state. We understand that every vote counts. We're building multiracial coalitions, talking to all voters about the issues that matter to them. We only won Georgia by 11,780 votes, those votes that Donald Trump tried to get from our Secretary of State when he wanted to overturn the will of the voters and overturn the 2020 election results. But the voters have the final say, Katie, and that's what will happen this November.
I'm glad you brought up those 11,780 votes, because that's exactly, I don't know, maybe Donald Trump got indicted for that in the state of Georgia for trying to overturn the elections of a lawful 2020 presidential election. I wanted to note for our viewers, you are kindly taking time out of your schedule. You are at Essence Festival right now. Vice President Kamala Harris about to speak there in just a few minutes. What are you expecting to hear from our vice president about her role in the campaign during this critical period?
So, Katie, I just left the vice president. When she came in, she had a small clutch with a group of CBC members, and we talked with her, and she is getting ready to go on the stage to have a conversation with the CEO of Essence about what this election means for Black women in this country, but how do we build those multiracial coalitions to protect our freedoms? Because our freedoms are on the ballot. This is not about one person at the top of the ticket. I love my president and my vice president, and they've done tremendous work. But at the end of the day, this election is not about a single person. It's not about a personality. It's about the issues that each candidate brings to the table, and it's about protecting our freedoms that are on the ballot. So I am looking forward to her addressing a very rowdy crowd here at Essence. We've been living our best lives, Katie, but today and through November, my Black job is protecting democracy, and that's what we're going to continue to do.
I got less than a minute, though, and I wanted to end with this final question. Project 2025, it's the blueprint for the destruction of democracy if Trump wins in November. President Biden said during that interview last night, quote, "I think the United States and the world is at an inflection point where the things that happen the next several years are going to determine the next 6 or 7 decades, how they look." How can the urgency of that message get across to voters?
Absolutely, Katie. It is scary when you look at some of the things that are in here. But when people show you who they are, Katie, we must believe them the first time, in the words of Maya Angelou. But what we also know is that Donald Trump, whether he tries to distance himself from this Project 25 memo that's been out, we all understand what he said with his own mouth. He cheered and celebrated overturning Roe v. Wade. Our freedoms are on the line in this election cycle. So we must turn out like we've never turned out before to make sure that we protect our freedoms and reelect President Joe Biden so that we can move our country forward, not continue to look backwards as Donald Trump tries to continue to divide our country.
Hey there, MSNBC fans. I'm Luke Russert, and be sure to join me, Rachel Maddow, Jen Psaki, Lawrence O'Donnell, Steve Kornacki, Joy Reid, and many more September 7th in Brooklyn, MSNBC Live Democracy 2024. Click on the link for ticket information. We will see you there.